Hey, welcome back. Just out here, did a little hike for my August trip report challenge. Made some coffee. Cheers. That's kind of it, I guess. Um, First camping trip of the year was last weekend. If you read the blog post, we had a good time, but I don't think we'll ever go back there. Just some people were pretty rude, and there's a bee over there messing around. um, just some stuff that went on. It was just flat out ridiculous. And so, but this weekend, my buddy and I tentatively have a trip coming up over at his parents' property to just do an overnight. Weather's looking like it's going to be really muggy and hot again, and it looks like rain for Sunday morning to try to break down. So it's kind of a little on the tentative side, but no matter what, I'm going to have to get over there Saturday and work on some of the brush blinds, and I have to lift up the burlap blind that I built for my wife last year. She wants me to raise it up a little bit higher. Hopefully she can hunt this year. She's got that knee stuff going on, and we're gonna see. And then 3 weeks after that is the September trip, the annual September trip, which we're doing something different. We're doing during the week. We're going up, do a Monday through Thursday. And now it looks like it's going to rain Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So the dry day will be Wednesday. So some of the things that we had planned for that are going to be very tentative, because they're not going to be, you can't do them in the rain. Part of that is doing like a demonstration. Like last year, one of the guys that goes along, Road King, he had us do the birch bark knife sheaths, and then he also did like a demonstration to show us, like, if you're trying to navigate, and you come into an area that's like really, really thick, and you can't go around it, you kind of have to go through it, to get a long stick that's like 10 feet long, and when you go up to the thick area, you take your bearing and throw the stick so that it's parallel with your bearing, and then walk to the end of the stick, do it again, take your reading and throw it so that it's right in parallel line with your bearing, and just keep doing that until you get through the thick stuff. And it was pretty interesting, and I wish I'd have recorded that, because it would have been something good for people to know. But then again, I've been doing some how-to stuff, and viewership seems to be down on the channel. Weird stuff. So that's what's coming up. Ended up for the name of the group that does the September trip, which I'm also thinking about maybe starting a spring trip as well. We'll see. I mentioned in last week's video that I had a logo. Well, I've actually come up with two, and I need these guys to join the forum and vote, so that we can maybe at least minimum get some stickers made up or something, maybe. Patches are really expensive now. I looked it up, and for 20 patches is like $200, and I can't afford that. So that's kind of it, I guess. Thought about talking about knives, but I've spent a lot of time lately talking about knives. And, like my blog post says, probably not the knife. You know, I did this with a multi-tool knife, and not a good multi-tool knife either. That budget-friendly one that I did in the last video when I was out here that I was testing. On that, I'm not a fan of this saw. I don't know what it is. I tried using it again up at the camp last weekend, and it just now it's not there because it hangs up. Maybe it just needed to get broken a little bit. So anyway, that was pine sap all over this. So yeah, so that's what's getting ready to go on. Hunting season coming up, just like last year. I don't know how many and how much I'm gonna film and share. I film a lot, but I don't share a lot of it. And one thing that I started experimenting with last year is setting my camera up, my filming phone, with the rear facing camera on and out of the way so that I can still see in front of me and be able to shoot, but have it sit in a position so I can kind of see behind me. And it kind of helped a lot. At one point last year, there was a doe that came through behind me, and she snuck through, and yeah, it was just super quiet. And I happened to have actually been recording when she came through, because there was a bunch of chipmunks or red squirrels that were like fighting and wrestling, and I wanted to like catch them because you could kind of see my arm a little bit to see, you know, like this is what goes on behind you. So I just let it record for a little while, and they never came back. And when I got home, when I was looking at it, I saw her come right through and was kind of like, see, now this is a good idea. And that bee is back over there. So I don't know, maybe do some picture in picture. I don't know. I try not to get fancy or anything. I try to keep the videos just simple, I guess you could say. But alright, I think that's it for this one. See you in the next one, and hopefully that's next weekend, and it's a camping trip. Thanks for watching. Cheers.